Salutations, guys. This is Adele's MSC Referral Agency as a sponsor for this broadcast. As usual on the Keith Liddell television show, man, internet television show. We have a hater, man. We have somebody who's not really supporting the cause, and a gentleman at the Herald by the name of Gregory Fairbanks Jr. Here's this guy's card. You can see that. I have a problem with it. I had a very good piece of literature, and it's called The Tangibility of Nothingness. Check this out, guys. You know who wrote it? You know you saw it here first. Okay. And I think I composed this thing, right? I think that it truly was a message in this, man. Took me several days to write, and it's only 7 pages long. I think it came truly from God, a higher intelligence, whatever you want to call it. To me, I think it's the real deal. It has some real insightful information. I'm going to share it to the world. You guys can, email me and shoot me up. Even a request for this, I can email it to you or whatever, and you can tell me what you guys think about it. Okay, I'm going to read it from front to cover, and that's it. And that's going to conclude today's episode. All right, entitled "Tangibility of Nothingness," a predicative text written by Keith Liddell, yours truly. Life formula: X equals OH, overall homeostasis, synthetic cytoplasmic mitochondriatic operation, infinity. Synthetic cytoplasmic cellular membranes encompassed by synthetic protoplasmic cellular membranes plus synthetic adenosine triphosphate plus mitochondriatic and variability times R, which is a response encompassed by the subvariant plus the derivative. 13 characteristics of success. Level 1, mental, abstract, natural instinct, law of survival, physical, concrete, world. Psychosocial, assimilation, adaptation. Level 2, spiritual world, celestial net forces. Virtues, love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Morality, potential, purpose, dharma, preparation, skill, practice, mastery, repetition. Level 3, predicative insight, intuitive, intelligence, true knowledge, informational sustenance, subliminal, hegemonic awareness, understanding, accepting of truth, reality. Level 4, transcendence, blissful attainment, happiness, transformation. Level 5, eternal consciousness, conscious prosperity, ultimate enlightenment, perfect intentio self, true self, space. Now here's where they're gonna have all the levels and show the different stages in them. And the formula, you'll see all what this means at the end of it when I read the actual passage. Level 1, formative analysis, more formation commencement. Level 2, median relevance. Level 3, prospective mastery. Level 4, acceleration. Level 5, manifestation of judgment. Here's the economic formula. MSE equals a multi-service establishment equals perpetual business equals the infinitive summation of perpetual supply and demand, which is proportionate to the quantitative shift of the property, perfect possibility frontier, exist, supply, equivalent to necessity, need, and exponential demand, unlimited plus services, which is unlimited wants, equals the variable x, plus or equal to the summation of supply and demand proportionate to the quantitative supply, which is a weak equivalency to the need and demand, with infinity perpetual limitations plus services and unlimited wants, with the dimension U of the multi-service establishment plus ATO, anti-tyranny organization, plus corporate equalizer equals 6 dot plus 6 infinitive, which is less than 1 dimension, which is even less than 3 positive or negative A encompassed by 1 dimension, which is equal to 0, which is a weak equivalency to comma 1 dot 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 arrow 2 dot 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 arrow plus and 1 dimension A exponent 1 dimension quantitative shift. So 0 is equal to a weak equivalency of comma 1 dot 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 2 dot 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 plus 6 dot plus 6 infinitive minus 1, which is less than, significantly less than 3 plus a negative 1, which equals negative 1 plus 3. And that's the formula. 0, final formula, 0 is a weak equivalency of comma 1 dot 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 2 dot 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 E exponential 3 dot dot 6 dot plus 6 infinitive minus 1 limitation plus 3A. Now we're going to get into the actual passage of explaining all this. Wondering why it took me so long? This is the actual formula that I just read. All this. Yeah, almost like rocket science. I am the character unknown. The above are representative literalities of me, the unknown. These are the prospective pathways to cognitive existence, humanity's saving grace. Among the last of the urgenticity and heatedness, immaterial foretellings have embedded the crust of this womb, since before eonic durative accounts. Thus, you have no auditory response. Pseudo-theoretical disputes discourage the ever premeditation of creationism, truth. That is, though with all the doctrines, the 66 books of math, all have failed to calculate, I was before null and voidness, for its origin is me. In fact, with the above mentioned, I smite thee and stump thee out, O soothsayers of nothingness, for I will disprove thee. I will show you that even apparent nothingness holds weight. Everything is conceptually heavy, and so am I. Everything must be reconcilably suited, and so do I. Everything has pull, yes, everything. Think, does the earth itself not weigh 6.5 sextillion tons? After all, there is no such thing as nothing. Nothing is something, because in order for the logic to be relevant, it had to derive from something. In its sophisticated totality, nothing matters as the same as everything matters. That is why we have the term matter. These are simply its properties. What is the main commonality between all these functions, and how do they correlate? One cannot obtain one without the other, and one cannot obtain all without me. From the beginning of life to nothingness, its substance relies on me. Its validity incurs upon you, and its pertinence depends on its tangibility, for I encompass the tangibility of nothing. To maintain life, follow the life formula. These things are not found in today's databases, but the equipment is here. In life, it is also plentiful. Findings are hard to dictate in terms of your language, so I have simplified them. In this first formula, life is symbolically portrayed as the variable X. The understanding of the variable overall homeostasis of nature is fundamental. Nature is a precursor to you. You should not defy it for it. If you are by byproduct. How could you defy it? Why defy it? Do you still defy it? You are the same. Dare you destroy your ancestry? All derivatives cease conflict, for you anger me, you defy me, you upset me. You admire nature and its wonders, but yet you pose a threat to it. You are jealous of its complexities. Again, cease and desist. All these unbecoming. The cyclic and perpetual stages of mitochondriatic operation process are correlative of the general overall homeostasis of the natural environment in the universe, has uncertain energy innate to it. This energy comes with factors of variability. In the event of this, you should employ synthetic cytoplasmic cellular membranes and or synthetic protoplasmic cellular membranes. These membranes are organic mesh that can absorb and retain natural, valuable, and reciprocal produce. All of the components need to sustain life impeccably. This is called organic architecture, or recognizably referred to as sustainability. Have you not deduced me yet? These ideals should not be alien to thee. Subtract the sufficient consonant, and what do you have? I am not extraterrestrial. I am not of extraterrestrial lineage, though the heavens compliment me. The phenotypes of sentinel beings correspond with me. All equate but differ. The equivalence does not deter. Worry about the fate of abodes, particularly your own. This is becoming more and more imperative throughout the fortnights and relevance of time. This progression spread in the very near future. Unfortunately, your transgressions are mainly not too far behind. Your second formula, your characteristics to live by, primarily mental. This is the psychosomatic principle that affects your kind. This barrier is really no obstacle at all. The brain correlates to the X variable. How? What your mental status quo is, so are you. Your design is formatted in such a regard that you cannot control the environment, that you can control the environment around you with mere thought processes. Telekinesis. Well, understand the symbiotic relationship between the brain, mind, and spirit. The brain contrasts mind because of the physicality of gray matter. The spirit exists in the mind, which is a factory of both. Subconscious reality is its mechanism. This is the level one, the instinct, law of survival, innateness simply put, is a perspicacious insight only bestowed to you from origin. This too holds weight. The next attribute is physical. All right, guys, we're going to run out of time just about, but there's going to be a part 2 and a part 3 and how many other sequences we're going to have to this. But I'll keep reading until we hit 14 minutes. Okay, left off that. Law of survival innateness is simply put is a perspicacious insight that is only bestowed to you by origin. This too holds weight. The next attribute is physical. The physical world is limitation of sorts. That's our time, guys. Look out for part 2.